Okay, we are live. So, what do you think is the answer for that? What did you understand about that question?
How could one see a person as intellectual only?
Yes,
Right?
yes,
That was the
yes,
question.
yes.
So let Butt or Siri answer.
Verse number 30.
Yes, you can go through the book. I have no problem. And Sri Hari, even if you want, you can refer. You can go online and you'll find Vika Chudamani Road and 30.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll go slowly. No urgency that way to finish this today itself.
It says that when okay, I will read the shloka. It's the
Yes.
same thing, right? Etayor mandata yatra viraktatva mumukshayoho marau salila patatra yama dirbhana matrata. It means where the vairagya and mumukshatva, they are not strong or they are very mild. For him, samadhi, those things are like mirage. Actually, it is not that strong. Otherwise, if you don't have that samadhi, those practices, if you don't have, then vairagya and mumukshatva will not be there. Unless you have intense abhyasa, these things are not possible.
No, you said
That
the
means,
other way around.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. No, it says exactly like this. ಯಾವನಲ್ಲಿ ವೈರಾಗ್ಯ ಮುಮುಕ್ಷತ್ವಗಳು ಮಂದವಾಗಿವೆಯೋ ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ಮರುಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುವ ನೀರಿನಂತೆ ಶಮಾದಿಗಳ ಅಭಾಸ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ.
That is
Or
correct.
in English it says, see, if you don't practice, it is not there.
No. You again missed it. In Kannada, what you read is correct.
If you lack vairagya and mumukshatva, the Shat Sambhati will not come.
Correct.
Then it will only be a show and no progress will be made.
Yes.
Correct. That I have understood that way only.
No, but when you explained, you said that.
Oh, second explanation was my ulta. Yes, I know. Understood.
So that is the gap.
Now, what I thought first is that samadhi sampatti is there. And I thought, if you don't practice, then there is no vairagya and mumukshatva.
No.
Actually, vairagya and mumukshatva is a practice. Got it?
Yes. So the starting point of Vedanta is Vairagya and Mumukshatva.
Yes.
So now from where do we bring it?
Vairagya and mumukshatva is already there. We have to explore.
No. No. If it is already there, then there is nothing to explore.
Okay, I do it this way. See, we have the purest, this one, Atman or Brahman inside. With that understanding, it's already there. Now the thing is, we have to unlock it. Why we are not able to unlock? Our mind is, there is one, what you call it, vikshepa, or there is a cover. That we have to uncover or we have to unlock it. So that layer we have to remove. That layer is nothing but it is residing in our mind. If you remove that mind, if you make it transparent, it is removed.
No, you are reading.
That is how I said it is already there.
You are reading the prescription, but.
Yeah, you're talking like an intellectual.
And that's exactly what you are proving. This shloka is.
Currently, I am that now, Vilas. I am not.
I know. No, you are proving the point. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like in the legal, yes, the court.
You're exactly rephrasing as it should be.
Yeah, what is your question then?
My question is nothing. We need to see whether we are only intellectual or not. And the answer is you have already given.
Yes, we are intellectuals currently.
Ah. So now what do you do to change it is my question.
What do I need to change?
No, what do you do to change it?
To change.
Now you have to tell me what you're going to do.
Yes.
So you take your time. I'm meaning time in the sense that we can, each one of us are going to say what we are going to do, step by step.
Okay. Oh, it's very now what I am going to do personally. Yes.
Huh.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I have attraction to this so-called this Viveka Chudamani and the teaching. And every day I will make sure that I am
One second,
going to.
one second. But
yeah.
can I object? Why it is so
Yes.
called?
It is an English word I use.
No,
Doesn't mean anything.
you are
You are catching me everywhere.
you are putting what you mean actually.
No, this is one of the books I liked a lot. That I told you from the day one.
No, that is here. But why it is so called?
Because there are so many books available. So many.
No, that is where the Shraddha is not there.
No, not. See, I think what you understanding from my meaning is different. See, there is Prasthanatraya, there is Bhagavad Gita is there, and then Brahma Sutras, and all this Upanishad. This is what prescribed by Shankaracharya. But the essence is even here for us to practice.
No, that is
So
correct.
if I say this is the essence, so what is wrong in that? Because other
No,
three.
you that I have
Yeah.
no problem. But you said so called, so that it's already there in your mind. But see now what happens is that impression is already there. That this Viveka Chudamani is good. I'm not saying that you're not liking it. But the sentence, you already stored it in your mind that the Prasthanatraya is the only thing what you need to see. And this Viveka Chudamani is the supplement. But actually,
No.
Okay.
I see. Essence is here. This is what I have mentioned from the beginning. And when started Viveka Chudamani, my interest was there. Even today, it's the same. Interest is more.
Okay.
Maybe in English, while talking, I might have done that, but that doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
It is just
No.
like Chalki.
No, that is I agree.
I love it. Actually, I was thinking to buy heart it. Then looking at the volume, I thought buy heart only for the purpose of wherever I go, I can remember shloka and I can remember each and everything. I was thinking for my own purpose, not for preaching. But I know that it is not possible. But you have to register some way. But through this satsanga is easy to remember, like what you are doing now.
Okay, no worries. So, but drop that so-called in your mind. That's all.
Yeah. It is not there.
If you meant it to yourself, it is not for me. If you meant it to yourself, you have to drop it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, go ahead. So you're going to keep this book. Okay, next.
One is that practice.
Okay.
I will keep this book with me, and I will note down the important key things like preparing for exam. You know the technique of remembering things, and I will try to remember things in a way where when situation comes to me, there are so many situations in life comes, family and office. And both places, I will try to, the moment some situation comes, I will try to pause myself and I will think that what is the right way to approach or act. And accordingly, I will refine myself to act in line with this teaching.
Okay, so that is like oath taking. But still that doesn't answer the question. What is your step?
My step is remember and act. That is a step. I'll go one step ahead. I'll give a time factor also.
Okay.
I prefer to read this morning hours before coming to office and also in the evening hours before going to bed.
Okay.
I want to, if book is not there in front of me, I can go through the actions what I have done that day I can find out which is in line with this teaching and what is not what is not correct. What I should have done some change. That change I can implement for next day.
Okay, now how do you
But
find?
I will be looking for the opportunity to implement. It means any tough situation comes, I don't want to feel that, oh, why this problem is coming to me. Instead, I'll think that I got an opportunity to deal with this.
Oh, that is correct, but now
Yeah.
let's say an opportunity has come, something has come,
Ah, yes.
right? Now in the office or
Yeah.
at home,
Yes.
you're going to deal with it the way you're doing it today, because 1 hour
Mm.
in the morning you're going to read and 1 hour in the night you're going to read, and then you're going to reflect upon how you're done, and you're going to look at the shloka. Now
Correct.
the question comes, have you noted down the shlokas which you think are required for whatever kind of work you're doing? And do
I have
you,
not
okay, that you have not noted.
not done that, but it is there in my mind. What to do.
How? Then you tell me. So let's say there are two people who are fighting for a property, let's say.
Mm.
Which
Mm.
shloka will you apply to that in your mind at that moment?
Two people. Okay, I have some relations with both.
Yes, let's say
When
like your brothers. Okay, they are not,
yes,
they don't fight, but let's say for some misunderstanding they're fighting.
yes, definitely, yes.
Okay, now you have gone to your hometown.
First step, what I was thinking that whether I should respond to the situation or not. Mauna is the first one.
No, you have to, right? You are also brother,
Yes.
so you need to respond.
Yeah.
Now my
No.
question.
First
Wait,
is a Mauna.
no,
and
wait. No, you can't remain mauna at all. So
Yeah.
now, which is the shloka you are going to apply?
I have not reached that level, shloka point of view.
then when will you finish doing this?
Okay, I know one thing that I should be Sattvika Guna during that time. Because then immediately it jumps from Sattvika to Rajasika to Tamasika during that time. Okay, because the situation is hot. You have to take some decision. So that is the time I will immediately think that what is a Sattvic Guna? Because if I am in a Sattvic Guna, I will be calm, my mind will be calm. I know how
Okay,
to take a
now
decision.
good.
So I will look for a shloka which is making my mind calm.
Okay, now my question, second
Yeah.
question.
No
How do you make
Udvigna.
it sattvic?
How to make it Sattvic?
Yes.
And in that situation, you just think that you are not looking for your profit there.
No, that
You
is
are
still
looking for
no. When you are in the act, but it is very difficult.
Ah.
So you should know the shloka. Which shloka, either in the Prasthanatraya or in the Viveka Chudamani, you are going to bring it up. Because see, I'll tell you what. There are only 20 problems in life.
Ah.
I can enumerate all of those 20 problems for every human being. It is the same problem.
Yes.
Number one,
Mm.
how do I work in an organization, or how do I get a job?
Mm.
This is the thing. Before that, how do I study?
Mm.
After that, how do I go to school or college, or how do I get into university? So how do I get what I want is the first problem.
Mm.
Okay. Then the second problem, how do I maintain whatever I've got?
Mm.
Third one, how do I get into relationships, friends and
Mm.
relatives and wife or husband or children and all that?
Yes.
Fourth one, how do I take care of family obligations?
Mm.
Fifth one, when should I have children? Now or later or whatever. Which all places or where all I need to go? Okay.
Mm.
Next one is that how do I earn in a way that it is sufficient for me and my family?
Mm.
Ninth one, how do I save? How do I save whatever I am earning or leading life, etc.?
Mm.
Okay. 10th one, 10th one, how do I bring up my children?
Mm.
11th one, how do I take care of my parents and my in-laws? It's all family related actually, but they're all
Yeah.
separate. Okay.
Mm.
The 13th one, how do I contribute to society and to country? 14th one, why do people act or do the way they do and that harms others? 1 minute. Huh?
Hmm.
Okay, I'm back. So
Yeah.
we have a water problem. So anyway,
Okay. Okay.
so coming back to this now, we finished till 10. Like that, we can keep on adding. So you can
Hmm.
create 20 things which will take care,
Hmm.
like diseases, hospital to old age to etc. etc.
Yeah.
But do you have solution to all of those? And do you know which shloka in Bhagavad Gita or which shloka in Brahma Sutra or which shloka in Upanishad or which Upanishad is going to help or which shloka of Viveka Chudamani you can refer when that problem has come? Let's say somebody has died. Which shloka you are going to refer to?
So as I mentioned, that shloka number, I think it's 117. I think, let me check. He was talking about Satvik.
So my question is, how
Clear.
do you become
The
Sattvic?
yeah. The first thing is the shloka says that it's like water. In the pure water, there is no kalmasha. And okay, let me read it. Sattvam vishuddham jala vattathapi tabhyam militva saranaya kalpate yatratma bimba pratibimbat san prakasha yatkarta ivakilam jadam. So Sattvic guna is a very like equivalent to clear water, no kalmacha. But because of rajas and tamas, it will take you to samsara. That means you have rajas and tamas built in within that. So sattva is it is exactly equivalent to pratibimba of Surya's pratibimba, similar to that sattva. It is always gives light to everywhere. That means when two people are fighting, your example, if you have sattvic guna, it will give some light to both of them, that no need of fighting. And you can address the same issue without fighting. When the calmness is there in all minds, automatically things will change. That means the first requirement is my mind should be calm. Then only I can make other mind calm. Because that is, with the aggressiveness, it is impossible. So for that, I should practice keeping my mind cool maximum time.
How?
That is possible only when if you don't bring any other in the chitta, don't bring any other thought.
No, that
What
is
you call
okay.
it's a provocation. You should not do it.
Okay, one thing, since you took the trouble of finding the shloka, that is that sattvic guna is still a guna.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
if you are in any of the gunas, you will not be able to manage it. This you need to know.
Sattvic guna should be there. Right?
No, even with sattvic guna, it is still a guna. You should be a gunatita.
You are talking about mumukshatva. What you call finally.
Not final. It's
the-
not like that. You have to have your vairagya at that time. Then you are not in guna.
Are you sure that I was thinking Trigunadita will happen only if you are Jivan Mukta?
No,
But your definition is slightly different, not understood.
it's not my definition. If you go through Bhagavad Gita also, if you go through 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it talks about the same. That you
No,
can
the moment you say no three gunas, you are not there. You are Jivan Mukta already.
know that. Wait for a second. So that means to say that he cannot interact in the world.
Interaction possible.
Then how can you say that?
Then why you should see he is Jivan Mukta already? Then what is the use of all this? Two people are fighting. You are Jivan Mukta. What is that?
No, that is not right. Correct. We have gone through it completely. We have gone through it.
Yeah, I understood. We have gone through that. Yes, understood. But that's a choice. Somebody's choice, right? You can that time you can take a decision. My choice is I'm Trigunatita now. No need to do any action.
No, it's not like that. Let's say your brother wants your help, and then you say that, look, I am a gunatita, so I don't want to interfere. That you will not do. That you will not do. Does that mean that you'll stop eating? If you are a gunatita, you are going to stop eating.
No, those things will happen. That is within.
No, that's the same thing. No, but this is where some time ago we had that heated argument where Padma Shri was saying that you should not eat or you should do this. That is how this whole thing goes.
That I don't agree. I'm fine. You can
fine.
act,
So
and
now
you are allowed to act without gunas. That is possible.
So you have
For
to
example,
develop.
Surya gives what do you call sun gives the sun rays.
Exactly.
I don't think there is any guna there. It is just it comes.
Yes, that is what it is. So now, without attaching yourself as a brother to them, you have to deal with it. If you do it without calling them as your brother, then it works. Now, how do you do it is my question. And which
no, I should not consider during that time it is my brother. The moment you bring my, it's biased.
Then in that case, how will you bring sattvic guna then? Because there is nothing called sattvic guna. If you call something a sattvic guna, it's still a guna. That means You are trying to make your mind choose whatever it is.
Yes.
Okay. Now what we are trying to do is not to create anything called as guna at all. And hence it is called guna atita. That is away from the gunas.
Mm.
Moving ahead of gunas. Or you are not controlled by the gunas. Be it sattvic also. Sattvic will make sure that you are pure. That's all. Pure by heart. That means you don't
Yes.
feel any kind of negativity arising in your heart. But that is not
Mm.
anything to do with realization. So, how do you realize what the problem is and then act with the third party mindset? So, when you act with a third party mindset, then you are guna atita.
And what is third party mindset here?
Third party is they don't belong to you, it is somebody else, right? So, you are seeing two people
Yes.
fighting and you just do
Correct.
what is
No
required.
biasing. No biasing.
No bias. So the moment I said your brother, so you consider it is your brother. When I say it is your wife, and then you consider it's your wife. And if I say that it is your uncle, you feel your uncle. Now those feeling of my uncle, my wife, my brothers, my daughter, my son, all that is removed. If that is true, then you can act. So do you know the shloka which does that? And that should be the
That I don't
practice.
know.
When we say I'm practicing, what it means is that now you know the subject and you know what needs to be done. So you have, based upon your mental makeup, where you feel there are kleshas or impurities, then you go through the shlokas, you mark those shlokas for yourself and say that these are the X number of shlokas I have decided to work on, because this is what my mind is. So I have taken these shlokas. Then I have to find my own strategy to find out from the Upanishad or wherever how to do it. Then I need to practice. This is the step. So first is I need to know what all.
Okay,
is,
let us analyze the way
Yes.
what you have explained now.
Yes. go ahead.
Sattvika, yes, no. If you have Sattvika and then third party mindset, it is possible. Now I have to search for that shloka for me to implement.
Correct.
And that is something challenging now. Where to search, how to search.
That is what I am also asking you. How will you
Because there can be so many very nearby shlokas. Again, when you go there, you will have the same doubt. That shloka is nothing but something theory. Now you have to go for implementation kind of shloka.
Correct.
I think we may be going in circles then.
And then in that you have to find it.
Instead, this is called now intellectual, what you call, searching.
What
Instead
will
of that,
Yeah.
be calm, do some meditation. Within you, you will get some signal that you do this.
No, the other one, what we are doing is intellectual, but other one, that is whatever we are doing right now, is intellectual.
Yeah, that is yes.
So what we are supposed to do is what? Strip the intellectual.
Yeah, drop the intellectual. I
How?
have understood that.
My
Drop the
question-
intellectual is through
How would you drop
through
it?
one is that mananam. Mananam means the mind is already there. In the mind, you have to take it out.
No, that's what I'm telling you. So he gives two things to do it. One is vairagya, one is mumukshatva. These are the two things. What is there in the 30th verse? To remove intellect or intellectualization. 29th verse says that you need to have that, and 30th verse says that if you don't have it, there's no point. So
That means
immediately,
he says, wherever vairagya is there, so if there is no vairagya, any sadguna you have, it will not help. That's what he says.
yes,
ವೈರಾಗ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲದವನ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಶಮದಮಾದಿ ಸದ್ಗುಣಗಳು ಇದ್ದರೂ ಅವು ಫಲಕಾರಿಯಾಗುವುದಿಲ್ಲ.
correct. So,
Even if you have sadguna,
sattvic
without
guna, it
vairagya,
will not be of any help. Correct. So that is the reason I gave you an example. You are saying, I will maintain mauna, I will not interact, I will do this, do that, is not going to help you.
But all these things are coming. It's like everything is coming closer to you by having all those things, right? It's like a cycling. First day when I do cycling, definitely even other person is handling my cycle also, that I will lose my control. But once I have a perfection, but everything will come together handy. My mind and the balancing technique, and then even the rough road is there, I know how to take it. The path is clear, the goal is clear. I know how much time I'll reach. Everything will come automatically, right? By just taking care of one will not work. My understanding is that you have to put all those things together. For that, you need this kind of meditation and understanding, intellectualization initially, and then practicing. But what you are telling is Vairagya and Mumukshatra, the only two things will take you to next level.
That's what even the shloka says. It's not I am saying. You can blame me saying that, Vilas, you are adding something. I am not saying. Vivek Chudamani says, or Shankaracharya says. It's not my explanation. You also read that in Kannada, which is very correct. So even though you have 6 those shamadis, or you have six
Samadhi,
six
Sampatti.
treasures, it's of no use. Now at that
Without
moment,
Vairagya.
at that moment, you will not be able to search the shloka.
So anywhere you go, first you have to be Vairagi there.
Yes.
Any
Yes.
situation comes, you should be Vairagi.
Yes.
What is Vairagi here?
Vairagi here is that you don't have any value to anyone. Yesterday, day before yesterday, whenever we discussed, we spoke about that, right? If you attach value, then it becomes yours. If there is no value, there is no
Okay.
brother as a value, or a daughter as a value, or a son as a value. If you can do that.
Don't attach any value is Vairagya.
Now
That is easy. That is easy. Now you're asking me to go to slokas here, there. That's the biggest problem.
now how
See,
will you? How
that
will
is
you?
easy to understand.
Now
Don't
okay.
attach value is
Now
understood
how do
fully.
you? How do you remove the value now? Now still you have to go to the shloka.
How to remove value?
Otherwise, they will say, I'm not going to give any value.
Okay, the computer is there in front of me. Or okay, my brother. When brother is there in front of me, I have to respect, but I should not value, right?
No, you are again talking intellectually. I want to know, how will you remove value? Give me steps.
Okay, first of all, you break that into the moment you see it's a brother, remove that name, brother, first. Okay, some XYZ, but will be there, that XYZ, remove. And then you see that as, okay, there is some structure. In that structure, there are 5 elements. And remove those 5 elements, because that is not, I have given name to that. Now, when you remove, I have nothing to name. Name is gone away. Then you just find what is there. There is something called, within that, maybe some thought, some stored karmas. And you think about that also. Now it is not interacting. Now, when there is no body structure, it cannot interact. It is just there. Now there is no value for me. And then what is there for me to interact with that? There is nothing for me to interact. But I have to, some conflict is going on. My job is to make sure that if I have karma to do that, to stop the conflict, you do that karma. If you don't have anything, mauna. Okay, since you are telling it is Yuddha Bhumi, it is of samsara, you have to do some karya now. To do that karya, I am a third person now. How to deal with that? Third person is, I don't attach name, I don't attach value. What would I do that now? I don't know.
That is exactly
I don't
what
know
I am
what
asking. Okay, so I think I'm ragging you a lot. So let me now pull Lata. Best thing. I can rag her now. Let me see what she does.
You the same problem, okay.
I'm giving you the same
Same.
problem
No,
only.
no, no. I will take my problem, my real problem. Okay, it is very personal, but still I will say because I thought it's good to
No,
discuss.
Lata, 1 second. It's also getting recorded. So if you want to skip
No, no,
or
no. Yeah, it is not that kind of
personal, okay.
personal. It's related to my sister. Anyway, you may be knowing a little bit,
Right.
Vilas.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. So this I started observing when okay, my sister has a habit of what do you say? Simply saying some hurting words always for some reason or the other. And the reason is maybe she is hurting inside or whatever. So she keeps on telling such kind of things, and sometimes she is very much loving as well. So you will really feel this is the same person you have seen before, and after some time you feel it's the and it changes pretty fast. And I will see whether it is kind of. So I used to get. She's my sister, so I used to get kind of what do you say upset with it very frequently. Then one day when I went, I was staying at home, or I don't know when I went somewhere in 2021 only, sometime during that time. So she was getting angry with me for something. Maybe there is no basis for it. Simply she gets angry. So then my natural reaction would be, I will not say anything back. That was not my nature. So, but then inside I'll be sitting. Why she has to say like that and so on. So then one time it really struck me that it is I'm putting all this whatever she is telling as a person, and then saying okay it's my sister and she is doing these things. Then that's the time I think we were doing Bhagavad Gita and talking about those modes sattva rajas tamas. It comes in mixture and you have no control over it, so it comes in different combinations. If tamas is more you get angry and so on. So I started seeing like that. Really, I don't know, suddenly one day it clicked like that. And then I was, oh, then my immediately my whatever I am feeling, that seething feeling inside me went away, completely went away. So that doesn't mean that I have completely gotten over that to handle that, but I started seeing her like that. That means I am seeing not as a sister but as a combination of those three things, sattva rajas tamas, in that way. So it is not that her who's doing that. So that way I was thinking one part of it. So then for some time I was looking like that, and then the another way which I looked at is I was started to see a GV there, not my sister or somebody, but a GV who's really suffering inside, and then trying to get rid of that suffering. And then GV also has that innate vasanas. So she also used to tell me that is somebody else is making me do this, somebody else is making me say this. Then these are all these vasanas which is bubbling up in her, and she has no control over it. And that's why it is being told like that. So I started seeing GV. Then I started feeling so much compassionate towards her. So now what? Nowadays, in not I cannot say 100%, but 99% of the time, whatever she says now, my I don't get agitated at all. So that's how I have managed. So it is a real. I am not explained it in very proper. This is a 2 years it took me to get to this state. It's not easy. I don't know whether I conveyed what I want to convey.
Yes, you conveyed much better because you brought GV into consideration.
Yeah, so that is the GVs and vasanas, and I also explained to her many things like this, the spiritual things. If she's in a nice mood, so she listens, and then she also shares such kind of thing. So, but that is a nature which then you should also be before you can do this, you have to understand yourself well, your own mind, how it works. So that is also a combination of this, right? It's not only that other person is like that, you yourself are also like that. So unless and until you go one step above and then observe yourself as well as the other person, you will not be able to manage in the right way. So this is my observation. So it is only some two, three, some point which has struck deep into me, I have told, but there are many things I have tried to get rid of this. there's another technique which I used to do. I used to think during my meditation. I used to really thank her in my mind, telling that, okay, you are showing the faults of me. So when you are getting when you are having some what do you say, changes in your mind or your emotions in your mind based on something else you hear, then that means it is there inside you. That is why it is coming out. So then you keep thanking her in my meditation. Thanks for showing that I am still not reached anywhere. So like that also I tried many times. So that also helps. That also calms your mind when you are having that gratitude towards somebody else, and then you really feel it that way. There is another thing which I tried. One more which came when I was talking that I just skipped my. So I picked. So you have to analyze yourself, and then you have to pick a situation or a person which creates maximum impact in your mind, and then try to work on it. So that's what I was trying to do. Something else I wanted to tell, it skipped my mind totally.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So this is what I tried. Then I don't. So the vairagya, and also you consider as a GV, then that vairagya will naturally come. So it's no longer your sister. So you are somebody who's kind of struggling and suffering. Same as you.
But Lata, here
Uh,
it's a very good example. That means there's a practicing in front of you live.
yes.
But how long you are able to stay in that mode of just you considering that another person as like a third party you're dealing, not like your sister. But it will come back, right? Again, you have to go back to that mode.
Yeah. See, it depends on the interactions, right? So it will depend on the interaction. You have to see what kind of thing it is creating in your mind. So what it matters is whether this is you consider a sister or GV and all is different, but what exactly is happening in your mind when you are interacting with the people. So our goal is to keep the mind without oscillation, right? So you have to see whether it is whether you consider a sister. I think that and all will come when we are normally talking. It is not that we are talking the brother or sister doesn't come like that, right? So you are lost in that topic which you are talking about. So you
So
don't
that
think.
happens only when situation changes. As long as for normal interaction, it is brother sister only. If the situation goes to above that if it makes oscillation within your mind, during that time immediately you apply that.
Yeah. But then you have to be aware of it,
Yeah,
right?
correct. I got it.
So that's what I said. Unless and until you know yourself well,
Yeah.
only then you can apply it outside. So that's what my point is trying to say. So I also keep telling her that don't dwell on that thing that she lost her mother. Then it'll keep on increasing. Then she said she can't. She continues. So, but somehow that is the way that vasanas will play out. So it comes out. So
Yeah, but in this case, same thing, same situation, lost mother, and one sister thinks continuously thinking about that only, and you are trying to think in a different way, spiritual side, angle. So with the time, maybe after say 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, it will come down for her as well, right? Time factor will apply.
yes, of course.
For you, it may be immediate because you can bring it, that change in your mind.
Yes. So that's what. So it took me 2 years. It was not easy for me, but all the others I could. Maybe I'm so more attached to my sister. I don't know. Even though it doesn't seem to be, but at the surface level, maybe I'm more attached to her, and I value what comments she make about me and how she sees me. Maybe I'm valuing all that, and that's the reason I get affected. So like that. So I picked you up. That's the reason I said you pick what is it that you are getting impacted a lot, and then based on that work out. And it took me 2 years to get to the state I am now.
One question here to Vilas. Yeah.
Yes.
See, now some situation comes in our life.
Hmm.
And in that situation, how we are dealing with the situation, because prarabdha is also along with us throughout. If I take this decision, it is good. If I take that decision, it is not really good. For example, one very important employee leaves our organization, and without that employee, we cannot manage the project. If he leaves, then we lose maybe 4 or 5 months, because again, bringing another person is a big job.
Hmm.
Now, this person has decided to move, and during that time, attachment is there with that employee, because we want that employee to run the business smoothly. Because this is prarabdha acts on us, telling that one employee leaving is nothing but my prarabdha, because of my world. And but I know that I have to return that employee. So whether you want it or not, the discussion will happen in such a way, you will try to attract that employee, that employee should not leave.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now this is the attachment, right?
No. Why it becomes an attachment? You're taking him as an employee, right? You're not taking as your
Now for
person.
that employee, other company may be good. It is known to me also. But somehow we convince that no, this place is good for you.
Then you have not
You are not very frank
Yeah,
there, because you will try to attract.
One second. I will also, during that time when my mother was almost going, that's the time one of the person in the team resigned. Okay. So when he called, I think somehow he understood my mother is not well, and then he didn't tell that day, but I sensed it. The next 2 days back later, he called me and told. So very just before that, we have given him promotion and a salary increment and all that, and I was convincing. I didn't want him to leave, so I was convincing him to stay. Okay, so but in my mind, I was thinking, even if he goes, also it's fine. If he says, also it's fine. So there's no attachment in my mind on that. I'm just doing my job, because in my job, I need to have this set of people with this particular skills, and it is very in short supply. So I have to do justice to wherever I'm working, to my role. So I am wanting to retain this person. So I tried, and I never thought it will work or not work. But actually that person stayed back.
So you will put your effort. Result doesn't matter, right? It's
The
Bhagavad
result
Gita
doesn't
shloka.
matter. Yes. So it should be truly. It should not be intellectual that okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
You should
That is very
truly feel.
important shloka. Karmanya vadhikarasya. That means we have to keep working our karya, doing our karya. Result is unknown.
Yes.
Correct.
Result is purely prarabdha, right, Vilas? Purely
No,
prarabdha.
your situation is like this. Because of prarabdha, you are able to see all of this. That's all.
No, I see that employee has taken decision to leave, and project is suffering, and whole your stakeholders are unhappy, customers are unhappy. That's the situation now. So direct target is that manager, whomever is controlling. So, and that what do you call, you are targeted. That is prarabdha, right? Because negative side.
No, negative or positive.
Why do you feel targeted?
Yeah, that itself is a wrong statement.
Yes.
And then, like I say, the ownership is with that person.
See, you are the one who is responsible for that. That's the role you're playing. So as a role,
but I am not successful. I played the role, but I am not successful.
That is fine. Leave it. No, you tried your best.
How does it matter?
But people around, they will start thinking that this person doesn't know how to manage the situation.
Yeah. But then why do you look for appreciation from others?
And it's not the appreciation. The thing is, and then
no. Oh, okay. Maybe that is the other thing. So you are
impact
wanting
in a negative way on you.
Correct. So you're wanting others to like you.
We want the success. Finally, it is success. Whatever. Everybody wants success, but there is no success here. Only I tried my best, but it is not successful.
Okay, leave it. No, you tried your best. It didn't work out. Leave it.
Yeah. So now prarabdha is acting on me as a negative way, right? Because of some I did it earlier.
No. Prarabdha. I think you misunderstood the whole thing about prarabdha. Prarabdha is something which you are seeing because of the agami karma of the past. That's all. It is not that anything is happening there. What you want to do is your decision now, which will create the prarabdha has come because of the sanchita karma of the past. So now your next actions will cause the agami karma. So if you really see, you are in that situation because of prarabdha, that's all. An employee or your team member has quit because that you are in prarabdha. That
I'm talking about the same thing. Yes.
wait for a second. In another person, that situation might not even come.
Yes.
Right. So that in his team, nobody is quitting. In your team, somebody has quit. Right.
Yes.
Okay. Now do what is supposed to be done in that situation. That's all. Why are you taking prarabdha is negative? There's nothing called as negative prarabdha.
Prarabdha can be negative or positive, both. That I have understood.
Hmm.
Generally, what you use the word. This is my use. The moment you lose something, in your life, you always use the word. There's a common word that prarabdha is acting.
And that is wrong way of
It is there all
understanding.
the
Is what
time.
I'm
It's
saying.
there all the time. I know. But during this stressful situation, this is a stressful situation for anybody.
No, this not. It is not stressful.
See, the thing is, if you are mumukshu, it is not stressful. That I know. But if you are
Vairagi.
like
Not mumukshutva, vairagi.
Vairagya. If you are not that real vairagi, this is nothing but a problem only for you. Business is not doing well. Okay, you have not got your supposed to get some bonus. You did not get. This is something creating problem for you. Creating problem means it is not a happy situation.
No, there is nothing which is creating any problem, but it is only a situation. That's all.
Problem is created as a problem in the mind.
It's only a
I'm
situation.
talking about mind only. It's all mind only, nothing outside of mind. So within the mind, clearly says, I am in a situation which is not good. Because it's already decided it's not good.
Who decided?
Mind.
And then that's the reason I'm telling you, but you are becoming an intellectual as per the definition of 30.
Vilas, you yourself are telling to people whenever you talk within us, whatever is happening good, you say, you are punyam, you are good. You use that word, which means what? That is what I am now.
No,
my
no,
mindset is not vairagya.
okay. No, let me.
Immediately the moment you say, yes, I think, yeah, maybe right.
No, wait for a second. So let us solve this jumble. First thing, when we say punya, you are alive, and that's a punya right now. Okay.
Alive is punya, yes.
Overall, you're able to do whatever you are doing is punya.
Correct.
You are not able to do what you wanted to do is papa. Got it? So you are saying that you are not doing anything. It is because of the punya and papa things are working. Got it? So to that level of clarity you are getting, and that becomes sattva for you.
Yes.
So when I say I would like to become sattvic, what it really means, I am trying to see what actions will create punya and what actions will create papa. So if I'm getting agitated or worried or concerned or whatever it is, going to take me to papa. Because I can feel, I'm feeling agitated, I'm feeling heavy, I'm feeling my heartbeats are increasing. All of that is a condition which shows that I'm not comfortable.
Yes.
If I'm comfortable right now, what it shows that I'm in punya. Whether it is a bodily comfort or a mental comfort, it is a comfort.
Yes.
Okay. Now this is where this punya and papa ends. Okay. Now what we are talking about vairagya is not to have any value on anything. Okay. So can you do that?
With the practice, yes. Practice a lot.
That's what I'm telling you. So that is what you need to see what to practice. It's yours, right? You know your mind. Lata knows her mind. Sri Hari knows his mind. I know my mind now. So what can Viveka Chudamani help us? To know our mind. The rest is our decision, no?
Yeah, we have that free will of taking decision. That decision is based on all this. Vairagyam, kind of mindset. Vairagya mindset.
Correct. So now, can you do that? Is the question. That's all.
Definitely, yes. But it's a progress. Suddenly you cannot do the fully, but it's a progress.
No,
Because
that will
today,
not work in Vedanta. There is nothing called a step by step. It's only possible in Bhakti step by step. In Vedanta, there
this
is
is
no
what just
step.
a 0 and 1. Huh?
Yes. Either you do or you don't do.
Today we are like this. Tomorrow, do you think that I'll become within no time Vairagi fully? But it needs some time, right?
No, see, it is up to you.
That I understood. That I understood. But see, from this year to next year, when you see, if there's a huge change within you because by implementing this, that's a change. I don't say it is 100%. It is not 0 and 100. You are much better, much refined spiritual person now.
No, it depends on what you are thinking. I don't know how to explain to you.
You know, for me, it is very tough to understand. Today is I am 0 as per your definition. Tomorrow I am 100%. That is tough to understand.
Fine, it is your choice, but there is nobody who is forcing you. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you take Viveka Chudamani, it is 0 or 1. That's all. There's nothing called 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that.
Spiritual is the progress, right? It's a journey.
It's a journey, but then Shankaracharya's path is straight. That's all.
Right now here.
Yes, exactly. Right here, right now.
Yeah, I think if that is true, right now, right here, we are able to get it done.
It is possible. That is yes.
Everything
right
is
now,
done.
It is possible. Yes.
But it is for us, it is not happening. So you keep trying, assuming that it will happen now. Don't
That
assume
doesn't
in
mean
your
all of us are 0, right?
no. That is none of us are 0. All of us are somewhere in different gradation of each
I
of
am
those
talking
conditions.
exactly same thing. This is what I am talking. We are not 0.
No,
We are
but
not even,
no. There is one point, but don't assume in your mind that it will take you some time to reach. Always assume that you are going to reach now.
Correct. That I.
Then, if you think in your mind that you will take that much of time, then it will take that much of time. You will think that way. So you think that it will happen now, today, in every moment. When you are practicing, you assume it will happen now. Then practice.
Yeah. Correct. Any moment it can happen. Like
And don't think that it will take me 1 year, 2 years to reach there, 3 years to reach there, like that. So always think it is going to happen now.
Yeah, I think people use the word suddenly the seed coming out of that shell. One fine day, after so many days, when you keep it in sunlight, it will just tuck open, come out.
Yeah, correct. So always assume like that. Maybe in reality, it take maybe some years. I don't know. There are some people years together practice and nothing happens. So, but this Shankaracharya's path or Advaita Vedanta is, when even if you listen to Sarvapriyananda also, he says it's right here, right now. You're not noticing it. You just notice it. That's enough. That's what he says. So you always assume that it is going to happen now and not later in the mind.
Yes.
Is that a good explanation, Vilas?
Yes. So, but nobody.
My questions are not wrong, Vilas. Hope my questions are not wrong.
No, it is not about your question is wrong or answer is right or whatever. See, the thing is, you need to have Vairagya and Vivek. Vairagya and Mumukshatva. Mumukshatva is urgency. So you want to do it right now. That's all.
Yes.
Now, what Lata is saying is that we, 4 of us, or as many number as we are, have different levels. You have to choose what your mind is and then work it out. That's all. But Shankaracharya philosophy is right here, right now. That's all. Whether you want it right here, right now is up to you. But the philosophy is right here, right now.
Advaita Vedanta is like that. Right here, right now.
Not about I will put some steps and I will do this, I will do that. Then it is not Vedanta at all.
So once I think people have reached that Jivan Mukta state, and then they backtracked and wrote all these things. is what I always feel. This Vairagya and Viveka and this and Shat and all that. So those are the qualities which you have, which you will naturally have once you have touched that or you are in that state. So they backtracked and wrote, thinking that, okay, if you develop this, you might reach there. There is no guarantee that you will reach if you think that way.
Hmm.
Because it is, we are all talking about Vairagya, Viveka, this, that, all so many things we are talking, but it is all, it doesn't mean that you practice all this and you will get that thing.
Yeah.
So the thing is, where you are getting worried or confused is, you are thinking in your mind, you still feel Shankara's philosophy is step by step approach. I'm telling you, it's not.
Because this is from my other guru was doing this teaching now over
Yes. So,
Bhagavad Gita somewhere. During that time, I heard your spiritual growth is nothing but how you react to a given tough situation. That means nothing but if you are very tamasic, you will be slowly rajasic, and from rajasic to sattvic, and sattvic to then mokshatva. With that, I was arguing so far. That was what I have understood. But now, yes, right now here, all these Advaita talks everywhere.
Yeah, once you get it, then you will see all those qualities are right. So it is like so many people have reached that state, and then they wrote for others to give some idea what it means that they wrote all these things.
so the final conclusion, I think we are already at 9:34. Can't believe it.
Ah,
Good intense discussions.
Yes. So what I tell you, but is that first of all, thank you for allowing me to rag you. So that really is good. So don't take it too personally. What I did.
no, I have never.
No, I'm just
Then I
telling
am
you.
not a spiritual seeker at all.
Okay, I'm still I'm saying. Okay,
Yeah.
number two is that, see, it's the danger you should see of rebirth. Unfortunately, you are not seeing the danger of rebirth. That is where the mumukshatva will not come.
Now, danger I have understood the last this life itself.
No,
Every
if
day
you
when I am going
have,
through that,
if you have,
who
if
wants this kind of problems? You tell me another.
no, if you have, then you will do something immediately.
Yeah.
You will not go into so much of circles. And you tell me that other teacher told you it is always in steps. Do you agree with that? If you say I agree with it, it means that you are not bothered about rebirths.
Hmm.
Simple. So if somebody says to you, look, spirituality is a step by step approach, what you should then do, drop that teacher and find someone who tells that it is right here, right now. That is Shankara.
Hmm.
That's all. Why I should not follow Madhva teaching is because you keep on praying to God. That's all.
Yeah,
There ends the
you are
matter.
dependent on somebody. Yes.
You have to
Again,
depend on
somebody
an
is also
agent.
your own mind, right? That's also your own mind.
Yes. So now you keep on crying, boss, do something. No, boss, please, boss, do something. It's like begging and crying.
Yes.
But there is also one point, Vilas. So you need a very mature mind to get into that direct path, isn't it?
Yes, that is correct. But if you know it is working out for you,
Yeah, correct.
why should you not do it?
Yes. If it's
Okay.
working for yourself, fine. Then you can do it.
Now, wait.
telling
I will answer this question. Now, if you know it is not working out for you, then why attend a Vedanta class?
that. Yeah, that's true.
Whoever teaches, that's okay. That's not meant for you anyway. So it is 0 or 1. The moment we start looking at Viveka Chudamani and it is going to our head, and Shankaracharya is hitting us hard, that means we are meant for to be his disciples. If Viveka Chudamani ends and nothing has happened to me, that means I am not meant for Shankara.
Correct.
That's all is my yardstick. I have to measure myself. Not about feeling bad or feeling good, or should I do this? Is it possible now, or is it like this? If after my uh, child's education, I will do, or that one, and my wife, what she will think, and all that means that I am a Dvaiti. Brahman
Yeah.
Satya, Jagat Satya. Simple. So, what I should do? I should follow a teacher who teaches Dvaita. There is nothing wrong in that approach. In this life, it is not meant out to be in that way for me. Fine, agreed. But if I strongly believe, no, 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 I want to do like that, then Shankaracharya says in the 30th verse or 29th verse, Vairagya, Mumukshatva are the two starting points. Don't go with Viveka. Brahman, Satya, Jagat, Mithya will become only a concept. Without Vairagya, you will not be able to see Viveka. Now, if I say, come up with and think that how I can do Vairagya now, you know what, this one, that one. So drop Shankara, follow somebody else. And that's the reason the 30th verse he has put it, saying that he is an intellectual. It's our choice,
Yes.
or rather an individual choice now. So Lata might be able to do, or you might be able to do, or I might not be able to do. Speaking so much, I still might not be able to do. It's my flaw. So whom should I then follow? Madhvacharya. Now to plead to the God, please help me.
Hmm.
But that's another path, for sure.
But finally, it should be same, na? End goal is the
No,
same.
no, it is not the same. And that's the reason Madhva says that it is not the same. You will have to wait for Sri Hari to take you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sri
correct.
is already there. He has come
No,
to our group.
but end goal is same. It's a moksha, right? But Sri Hari will give that.
No, no, no. I might have end goal 100 things, but the person who is going to make you enter inside is that you should have qualified for all that what Sri Hari wants.
Yeah,
And-
yes, Vilas.
Yes.
Yes, Vilas. That
Hmm.
is also that Sri Hari, something what we have created, that is within our mind only.
Whatever it is, now that Sri Hari will evaluate, means to say what, there is still a possibility that you will not get moksha.
But if through that route, if somebody attains moksha, is nothing but he has dropped Sri Hari also from his mind, because there is after that there is no mind.
We don't know, right? There is no book which explains how to drop Sri Hari.
ಹೋಗಿ ಬಂದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ತಿಳಿದವರು ಇಲ್ಲ.
Correct.
Yeah, I will see if you go by Advaita Vedanta, so you put your intellect in Brahman. That's what Shankaracharya says.
Correct.
Right? In some verse we have seen that, or I am still going to come. I don't know. So you keep your intellect always in Brahman, the self, and then you will become Brahman. In the Dvaita, or in if you are following some god for Krishna or somebody, so you put Krishna, you put your intellect in Krishna, so you become like Krishna. That's what it is. That's the ultimate thing. Since we are not able to put our mind to the abstract formless whatever that is Brahman, that's why we have created the forms, so that it is easy for us to keep our mind. The idea is not to uh, keep the intellect stable and not make it move here and there. So you keep the intellect wherever it is possible for you to keep, either in Brahman or in Krishna or any of the gods you think you can keep. Or it could be also a simple light also, anything. So wherever you can keep it, that's what matters in the end.
Correct. You
Yeah.
should do something which will not bring back the memories so that the consciousness doesn't pick it up.
Correct.
If it
Either
doesn't
in
pick up, you will
Krishna,
not get
yeah,
life.
either in Krishna or a light, white light, golden light, or any Devis, or if you are able to do it, the Brahman. Finally, at the end, this is what matters. Nothing else. All those other stuff is all extraneous things to get us there.
Correct.
So we have to go with the clear understanding of right now here. That is a good
Yes,
goal to have. Compared to it will take so many years.
You
Because so
might,
far my mind was telling that you have to do a lot and then so many years it will take. Now if I change my mindset, I think the result will be much better.
yes,
now you got it. I think so.
Yes, yes, yes.
yes, yes. And it is true. It is not theory or philosophy. It is true and 100% true that it is right now, right here. I'm talking like Sarva Priyananda now.
That's okay, but it is true.
It is true. And I'm telling from my conviction also. It's not that because he's telling, I'm telling. I'm telling from my this thing also. Because earlier also I used to struggle. How is it that here, right now? I used to hear that word for long, the phrase. So I used to struggle hard. I feel that okay, something is going to come, and then that feeling dropped off. So even before we were having this discussion. So now I am convinced of that statement. Right here, right now.
I think my action is now changed. With that intention, I should do it, all actions.
Yes, exactly.
So it is not a step-by-step approach. That you should know.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Okay, 9:45.
yes. So today it's been more silent.
More silent. I thought a lot of
No, a lot of discussion, but a lot of pauses, right? It makes you think.
yeah.
I
Correct.
want something which makes us think. Otherwise, it becomes what I can say. See, we have finished 400 and plus verses. I really feel so bad about it.
That's why I always felt that you're going so fast.
But nobody wants to stop. So what I should do is just keep. So I wanted to rip off after we end it. So now I'm going to give next 30 questions after this. So that will
We
take
have not. I don't know how many questions we
five,
covered. Four,
five,
five.
four, five,
No,
five.
5 we. Oh, 5 we covered. No. No.
Four.
We see only 4 we covered.
Only
The
four.
GV we didn't cover.
Yes.
Yes.
When we go there, so by the time we finish 10 questions, it will be 1.5 months.
Yeah, but at least a deeper clarity will be
Yes.
there.
And then the 30 questions. And those 30, I'm certain will take 6 months plus.
Okay.
And after that, I've got 60.
Multiples of
I'm going to multiply it. So 3 times.
3
So
times.
for 10 becomes 30. 30 I made double. Then 60 I will make it 180.
Okay.
So whether you win or not, I want to have this journey of Viveka Chudamani entering into our minds so clearly.
Yes.
Otherwise, we
I
are
like
not doing justice to what we are doing. We're just going sloka by sloka, reading the interpretation, some examples, and done. Oh,
yeah, I like it. So because it makes me think, it makes me ponder over it, and it does something in the mind. So it's
yes.
good.
So we will stop
See,
the shloka recitation. No need. We'll only do this.
Srihari has been completely silent.
Yeah, Srihari seems to be pushed to a corner, and he's Srihari.
He has to bless all of us.
Any comments from you, Srihari, before we close? Is it going above your
No,
head?
no. Some of it is going into the head.
But most of it
Unless
is
that is
going
put to
outside your head.
practice. Some of it for sure. But what the conversation from you and them, between you and them, but is something that I couldn't follow a little bit. Maybe that was something. But the context in which this vairagya has to be taken, that part is clear.
Okay.
Yeah. Only thing is, it has to be sustained. One good thing that you suggested, what I was following, is follow the breath. At least to have that focus and look at the vairagya pattern and whatever is day-to-day activities that are coming, not having the value attributed to it.
Correct. Good then. We'll meet tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.